Come in, son, pull up a chair and sit with me a while. My name is Theodore, and I am 92 years old now, 92. I've got more years behind me than most folks ever reach, and I've seen a lot, good days, hard days, quiet days when the house feels too big. But if you ask me what weighs heaviest on my heart when the nights get long, it is not the money I never made or the places I never traveled. It is the time I let slip away from my children when they were small. I want to tell you my story today, not to make you feel guilty, but to hand you something I wish someone had handed me when I was 35 or 45 or even 55. If you are raising kids right now, or if you are thinking about starting a family, or even if your children are grown and you are wondering what kind of mark you left, this is for you, settle in. It is a long one, but it is honest. I was born in 1933, smack in the middle of the Depression. My own father worked the railroads, gone for weeks, coming home with stories and a tired smile. When he was there, he'd scoop us up, fix broken toys, tell us about the world beyond our little town. I swore to myself I'd be different. I'd be the father who was always home. In 1955, I married Margaret. She was the prettiest girl in 3 counties and the kindest heart I ever met. We started our family, quick 4 kids in 6 years. David first, then Sarah, Michael, and little Robert bringing up the rear. They were noisy, messy, wonderful. Margaret ran the house like a captain while I went to work at the steel mill. Good job, steady pay, benefits. I thought I was doing right by them. I worked hard, real hard, doubles when they offered, extra shifts when someone called in sick. I told myself every overtime dollar was for their future, better clothes, college savings, a house with a yard instead of an apartment. I'd come home after dark, supper already cold on the stove. The kids would be in pajamas. Margaret would smile and say, "They missed you today." I'd kiss their sleeping heads, smell their hair, and think one day they'll understand why Daddy had to work so much. But one day stretched into years. David started Little League at 8. I promised I'd be at every game. First few I made it, sat in the bleachers, cheering loud. Then the mill got busy. A big order came in, overtime mandatory. I missed games. He'd come home with dirt on his uniform, say, "We won, Dad," and I'd ruffle his hair and say, "Next time I'll be there, champ." Next time rarely came. Sarah loved to dance. She'd put on Margaret's old records, twirl around the living room in her Sunday dress, arms out like wings. "Daddy, watch me," she'd call. I'd be tired, newspaper in hand, or thinking about tomorrow's shift. "In a minute, sweetheart." That minute turned into never. By the time she was 12, she stopped asking me to watch. She still danced, but not for me. The boys, Michael and Robert, they were full of questions. "Dad, why do birds fly south? Dad, can we build a fort? Dad, did you ever fight in a war?" I'd give short answers, half listening, mind on quotas and deadlines. I thought I was teaching them to be tough, to work hard like their old man. What I was really teaching them was that work always comes first. Margaret tried to tell me quietly, never nagging, "Theodore, David asked why you don't come to dinner anymore. Sarah drew a picture of the family. She left you out because you weren't home." I'd promise, just until we get ahead. We got ahead, house paid off. Kids' college started, cars in the driveway. But the children grew up while I was chasing ahead. By the time I retired at 65, the house was quiet. Kids gone, married, moved to cities for jobs, starting their own families. Margaret and I rattled around in rooms that used to echo with laughter. One evening we sat on the porch swing, same one we'd rocked babies on. She looked at me and said, soft as anything, "Ted, do you remember David's first home run? You weren't there. I didn't." I couldn't even picture it. That night I cried like I hadn't since I was a boy. All those years I thought I was building security for them. I was building walls between us. After that, something broke open inside me. I started changing. I called my kids every week, not just birthdays and Christmas. I drove 6 hours to see David's boys' baseball game, sat in the stands the whole time, cheering until my voice gave out. I flew to Sarah's City for her daughter's dance recital, front row. Tears in my eyes watching her twirl just like her mama. I sat on the floor with Michael's kids building Lego towers, listened to Robert's stories about his job like they were the most important words ever spoken. I told them I was sorry, not once, many times. I was wrong. I put work before you. I missed too much. I am here now. Some forgave quick. Some needed time. But forgiveness came, and with it, closeness I never had before. Now, at 92, the house fills up again on weekends. Great grandkids climbing on my lap, asking for the same stories I used to tell their parents. My own children call just to talk. No crisis, no holiday, just to hear my voice. They say things like, "Dad, thanks for showing up these last years." Those words mean more than any paycheck ever did. If I could sit down with my 40-year-old self, I'd grab him by the shoulders and say, "Your kids don't need a perfect provider. They need you, your time, your eyes on them. Your lap when they're scared, your laugh when they're silly. Work will always be there waiting, childhood won't. Those little hands holding yours disappear faster than you think. Don't wait for when things slow down. Slow down now. Put the phone away at supper. Go to the game even if you are exhausted. Read the extra story even when your eyes burn. Dance in the living room with your daughter even if your knees hurt. Tell them you love them every single day, not just when it is convenient. And if you've already missed some like I did, don't carry the guilt forever. Reach out, say sorry from the heart. Show up now. Love heals more than time ever can. Your children want their father, not a memory of one. At 92, I can tell you this with certainty, the richest man in the cemetery is the one whose family still wants to sit with him. Build that now. Be the father who shows up. Be the grandfather who remembers every name and every story. Be the man they run to, not away from. You've got time I didn't realize I had back then. Use it, love them hard, be there. That is the only thing that lasts. If my old voice reached something in you today, drop a comment below. Tell me one small thing you are going to do this week to be more present for your family. And if you want more stories from a man who has seen too many missed chances and too many second chances, hit subscribe. I'll be right here, grateful for every day I get. Thank you for listening to an old man's regrets and hopes. Now go hug your kids, hold them a little, or don't wait like I did. God bless you.